Butler's got an esports graduate, and he has a job. We're going to talk to a friend of the show, Rachel Krause, who's going to be along here at 10 o'clock to tell us about that. So if you like esports, if you've got a child who's living down in the basement playing games, they can make money, and big money, and we're going to talk to Rachel coming up in a moment. Also tonight, we're going to talk about the weather because, Felicia, we're on the doorstep of Friday, aren't we?
We are so close. I know you want me to say it, Scott, because we get excited every week.
Because Thursday is
Friday Junior.
We're going to get you all set for Friday and look toward the weekend. Of course, we've got the mini marathon on Saturday. We've got Rev Saturday night at the track, so lots going on across central Indiana. Let us know where you're watching tonight. We'll go ahead and give you a shout out here at 10 o'clock, and we've got some good news from Dave Calabro. We want to hear your good news, so let us know in the comments section the things that you are celebrating tonight. All right, Felicia, we got to start with weather, don't we?
Yes, let's get into it because it was a wet one here in central Indiana.
It was a good day for a nap.
Sure was.
I mean, it was perfect napping
That would
weather.
be a dream.
Yes, it would have. As I was walking into the building, I'm like, this is napping weather.
It is napping weather.
We had lots of rain this afternoon. That steady rain has kind of moved on, but we're not done with this weather system yet. We expect some additional showers and storms to develop very early tomorrow and then off and on most of the day Friday. You can see the back edge of the weather system still kind of spinning across parts of Missouri, and that's what's going to get here during the day tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, we are under the risk for severe weather, mainly south and east, so we'll keep a close eye on radar, especially late afternoon, early evening. If we get a few peaks of sunshine, destabilizes the atmosphere, we get a couple of thunderstorms brewing. Grab the umbrella for tomorrow. Do I think you get a couple of dry breaks here and there? Yes. But we'll also be expecting additional shower and thunderstorm activity, and it starts to fill in as early as first thing tomorrow morning. Highs tomorrow 65 to 70. We'll go back to Future Track 13 where we left off 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I know we're in a dry break now, but rain and storms do return. Early half of tomorrow, at least at this point, looks soggy with this wave, then maybe a couple of dry hours, but this is when we'll start to see a few pop-up storms that could turn strong to severe, especially across the southeastern part of the state. Now, the big question is, when does this storm system finally move out? It will be departing early Saturday, but the back edge is close enough that we keep clouds in the forecast, a couple showers, a few pockets of drizzle, at least through the early half of Saturday. Then I think we start to see some clearing from west to east later in the day. So a rain chance for those of you walking, running, volunteering in the mini. Few showers around at least the early part of the day. So I would take, well, you all are running. I don't know what runners do, but y'all are working, so I would take layers and I would take the rain gear.
Yeah. I think runners just suck it up
and run in the rain.
So that's what we're gonna do. You know, and if you run fast enough, it'll air dry you.
There you go.
It's a good way to look at it, though. I'm not sure they feel real good about being out there running in the rain, walking in the rain, but we'll see.
We'll see. And I think they'd rather have that than 80, 85.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
They don't want the heat.
Yeah,
so.
they don't like that at all.
Yeah.
All right, got lots of folks joining us tonight. Great to have everybody with us. Joyce is joining us. Teresa is with us. We've got Glenn back with us. Mike saying good evening, y'all. And welcome back, Chuck Lofton.
Yay, tomorrow!
Tune in tomorrow, 6 a.m. Chuck is back with us tomorrow on Sunrise. Can't wait for that.
I know,
it's going to be wonderful.
I know.
This is the homecoming that we've been waiting for and all praying for.
Yes.
You bet. Julie is from Columbus tonight. Brenda from Martinsville. Teresa in Plainfield tonight. And we're going to get to the good news, so let us know your good news. We'll go ahead and give us that coming up in a moment. Let's turn our attention now to friend of the show, Rachel Krause. Good to have you here, my friend.
Thanks for having me back. I appreciate it.
So we're talking tonight, Felicia, about e-gaming. Did you grow up as a gamer? Did you play video games and that kind of thing?
Tried along with my brother. So I was in the era of Nintendo 64, the first PlayStation. That was like my range. I usually just did racing games. So it's a thing.
It is
a thing.
It is.
And it's a real thing on the college campus because a lot of kids now are finding that there are careers in it, right, Rachel?
Absolutely, yeah. So Butler University has one of the first minor programs here in the state of Indiana dedicated specifically to esports and teaching kids how to produce broadcasts for esports, how to do the production side of things so that they can put on a show. And we're seeing real careers like it. We have the NBA 2K here in Indianapolis. This is a real career and it's a really booming industry, and they're really hoping to be able to train grads for it. And on Friday, we will have the very first minor student who is graduating across the Butler stage. He already has a gig lined up and ready to go. He says there'll be a lot of sports marketing, but he's definitely going to be using that esports background and training, and he even games a little himself.
That's interesting.
And so you went in this facility, right?
I
It's
did.
on the Butler campus.
Yep, this is another part of it. So inside this new facility that they're working on right now, they took a little bit of break in the work so that I can go in with my camera. This is going to be a new facility specifically so that they can train some of the students in esports and get them kind of a hands-on feel about what classes, productions would look like. But also they have clubs and they have leagues for esports on campus that are incredibly popular, and they will be playing there, and fans will be able to come out and watch them play the games live, which is going to be really, really exciting. I talked to the esports manager for the university, and he says they're expecting this to be a very big draw for the campus, for students, for visitors alike.
Esports is a booming industry, and especially coming post-COVID and post-pandemic, people are looking for those events that they can get back into and tap into in the community. And this is going to be the hot new thing on the block. And a lot of kids now are super interested in esports, and mom and dad know that, and mom and dad may not quite understand esports yet. And this is going to be a perfect place to come introduce them to that.
Yeah, so if your parents ever said you couldn't have a career in video games,
There
yes,
you go.
you can.
Yeah,
And you can get a degree in it, actually.
So I gotta say though, it's still hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that people are going in groups and droves to watch other people. Like
Felicia, that is exactly what.
Right?
That's where I can't understand the attraction of watching people play video games.
But when you think about it, I mean, we watch an NFL game. What's the difference between watching a video of? So
Right.
I guess I could see it that way, but I don't know. That's a bit far-fetched for me. But it's a thing.
It's a thing, and you have to imagine that this is the generation of students who are now going to college and are in high school that have grown up watching people play video games. It's a really big thing on YouTube. It's a really big thing on a lot of platforms. People want to watch the best of the best, get tips, get tricks, see how they're doing it, and they get really sucked into it. And just being over at NBA 2K in Indianapolis, people get really involved in watching people game their way through a basketball game. People get really into it. It's kind of exciting.
Well, they cheer on their favorite gamers, just like you would cheer on, you know, Reggie Wayne or whoever.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're going to hear from Rachel and see her story tonight at 11 o'clock over on 13. Hope you'll join us for that. Rachel, stick around because we're going to talk about good news. Dave Calabro went to Carmel today to find some good news. Hey, Dave.
Well, hi, everybody. It's time for some more good news. Dave Calabro hanging out at Rosie's Cafe in Carmel. What's your name, lady?
Debbie Bourgeois.
Hi, Debbie. Debbie's the owner, right?
Yes.
Hanging out with Marissa, who's worked here since the beginning, right? Very beginning.
I helped him open it.
Very cool.
Be 4 years this October.
This is Alex Chandler, who, by the way, I met from her parents. She was in a, here's how old I am. I think you were in a baby buggy, in a stroller.
I'm sure. If it was in Ohio,
It was in Ohio, and it was like 1980 something, and now you're all grown up. I've gotten so old.
Time flies.
Tell me about your business. How long you been here, and how's it going?
Rosie's Place started in Noblesville in 2010. And then 4 years later, we expanded to Zionsville. And then this location opened in 2018.
And who is Rosie? Who's it named after?
So Rosie is named after my father's mother, so my grandmother. And it was basically more of a tribute to my dad.
Everyone's like a family, and everyone's very close and works really well together. Each location feels like different energy.
It's very similar to Cheers. We know a lot of people by their name as they enter the restaurant. We have a lot of people that come in on a regular basis, and this is their spot that they come once a week. So we definitely make sure to make that as enjoyable as we can.
They think of it as their neighborhood spot. It's where people come to not just have breakfast, but to see all their neighbors, meet their friends and their colleagues, and it's the small town place.
I ask you about good news. You got something on your mind. What is it?
So what is on my mind is my daughter-in-law had open heart surgery 4 years ago today at the age of 26. And she wasn't expected to make it, and she's still here. She's given me 2 grandchildren, and we have a great family.
Well, the good news is that we're here and we're going strong. After the last couple of years with all the craziness that's gone on in this world, we're fortunate to be here.
Yay!
I think that's great news.
And you're known for these right here, your cookies, right?
Yes, yes.
Sinful Delights.
Just a little addictive. Yes,
What-
the
what-
gooey butter cookies.
What is it called?
A gooey butter cookie.
Oh my goodness. Now I'm hungry.
Right?
Thanks.
Well, nice talking to you.
Nice job. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's some good
Thanks
news.
for
We
coming.
love to see locals surviving.
Yeah, we love good news.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. All right, Rachel, lead us off. You got any good news to share with our team?
I think that my good news is that it's the Kentucky Derby this weekend, and I am very, very, very excited. And I'm
Really?
sad that I won't be at Churchill Downs, my old Kentucky home for it. I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna have a really big hat on.
Yeah, and a mint julep.
I'm not a julep kind of gal, but I'm a big lily kind of gal. The Oaks lily is a
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Is that a pink drink?
beverage to
What's
enjoy.
that?
It's I'll get the recipe wrong and people will tell me. I think it's vodka, lemon, and cranberry and something else. And
Yeah.
it's just very nice and light and delightful for
Close
when
enough.
you're betting and you're trying to remember what you bet on. So.
There you go.
That's a good one. How about you, Felicia? Good news?
Yes, so a bit personal. I just did some like standard blood tests and everything. They came back normal. So
Hey, that's good.
you know, I appreciate good health, and the doctor is saying just keep working out, and
I
so
like that.
keep going on my health
That
journey.
is good. That is good.
amazing.
Well, my good news, I think, is what we all feel, Channel 13. We're getting Chuck Lofton back. We have been praying for this guy. He comes back tomorrow. He's on at 6 o'clock during the 6 o'clock hour of sunrise. Watch him tomorrow. We also have a surprise for him tomorrow.
It's
so
a big surprise.
It is. And tell us your good news.
My good news is my house will be full by Mother's Day. I have
Isn't
2
that
college kids
great?
coming home.
Angela,
It's
I
the
would have
best.
come over.
You can come home too.
You didn't have to wait for them to come home.
You come home, I'll do your laundry, pick up your shoes. You come on over.
So sweet.
How's our weather tomorrow? Do we have good news tomorrow?
Not really. If you like the rain, another nap day for you. Scattered showers and storms, really from start to finish. But I think in the middle part of the day, like early afternoon through mid-afternoon, might get a few dry hours, but that would help trigger some additional storms tomorrow afternoon and evening, and a few of those could be strong to severe, mainly southeast. So we'll have our eyes on live Doppler 13 radar for you all day tomorrow.
Tanya's good news, we had donuts at work today. Donuts at work, Tanya, way to go.
good.
All right, be sure to join all of us. We'll be with you tonight on 13 News at 11. Thanks for joining us tonight at 10. Good night.